Chugga, 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 chugga. Choo choo.
That's just funny.
That's not gonna work. Well, hey, welcome everybody to episode 6.
Episode 6
of Bibhor and Oskar Podcast. Podcast that I guess we revealed right now is not on any podcast platforms.
We're not on any. We are only strictly on YouTube and clips on TikTok.
Yeah, there's a cost of doing business on those platforms, and I don't think
the juice is not worth the squeeze yet.
No, that is correct. So hey, here we are.
But with enough hearts, it can happen. But with enough hearts, it can happen.
Hey, man, if you build it, they will come. I'm just saying,
Someone said hi. Is that his name?
Hi from Syria?
Hi from Syria. Oh, shit.
Asil. We're also on TikTok Live for the first time, doing this simultaneously just to see what that's like.
This thing's kind of cool. Okay, this is cool.
Yeah, this is a different experience. This is the first time we're trying this.
It looks so much more clear on the
iPad.
Yeah.
It is a nice view just to be able to see yourself there. We do use OBS as some of the other stuff we use, but the live is pretty cool. It's not a bad little gig and deal. But yeah, it feels different though. I will be honest. Like doing it, like you feel like you're doing it live. Technically, you are doing it live.
Yeah.
Versus like when you're just shooting here by yourself. It's just us talking.
I think if I start lifting my shirt,
yeah. Maybe if you jump around like who's that guy who used to do the hot dog, the glaze,
Yeah, so there was this NPC trend going on like, I don't know, a year ago, 2 years ago. Yeah. And like we would just send each other the guy. He was just like the Gliz master or something.
I don't want to look that up. That's gonna get me something.
So basically, he was eating fucking hot dogs, dude. Like that shit was so funny.
Glizzy master, yeah.
That might not be his name, but
no.
You have to look for it on TikTok. Anyways, I'll put a link on somewhere below. Basically, that will you can go look at the Gliz master.
Hold on, hot dog NPC. That's gotta pull something up. Glizzy hot dog moments. This is it. Hold on.
All right, he's pulling it up on our.
You can see it on the. But there's no audio. What's going on here?
Hi. How many Glizzies? Dude, this stuff went viral, dude.
100 Glizzies entering Glizzy Overdrive.
How many? Dude, imagine like, all right, if we get 20 hearts, Oscar will eat a Glizzy.
Glizzy Overdrive right here. Oscar right there, son of chili. He sent a fire too. You see that?
Dude, that's gotta be demoralizing to do.
Dude, I feel like this guy made a bunch of money off of this, man.
Yeah, I wonder how that works. I mean,
demoralizing nonetheless. You got to sell your soul.
Do you think like it works from like a? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Does it work from like a? Like he got rich off people sending him like those glizzy hot dogs. So each of those hot dogs cost money, like to send that kind of stuff.
I don't think he got rich off that, but that helps. Yeah, I'm sure that's money, But it's like I don't know. It's like I feel like it's like that Hawk Tua girl. You know what I mean? It's like just the fact that
she capitalized real nice.
She did. Yeah. I don't think this guy is like the Hawk Tua girl, but she's going to jail now, so maybe he's
no. She didn't. She got
She got out.
Yeah, she got out skate free.
Damn, Hawk Tua worked it out. You know what I mean? I don't know what that means.
Yeah. So, any update on the farm?
Farm updates. Yeah, so for all those who are just tuning in to your first episode here, I originally had a goal. I had a goal and a dream of having an agave farm. And that dream is not dead yet. I'm still going to do that. Grow California agave and grow some California agave spirit. Though that is a pretty costly Lyft. Yeah. It's investment. So I did a mulligan, right? And then I said, hey, I'm going to buy a tangerine field. They got a lot of tangerines here. There's one nearby that I'm like, okay. And I talked to the people and I was moving through it. The numbers don't add up. We learned a few things. I learned a few things about tangerines. This specific farm, it's almost about 20 acres, produces about 200,000 pounds of tango mandarins.
Okay, yeah.
Tango mandarins were invented in UCR, for anyone who went to UCR, kind of interesting fact. So that's a mulligan. And then, hey, I'm continuing on the road, and I decided, and I fell upon the photo booth rental business.
All right, so
it's a fragmented business that seems to want like a grandmaster, like a daddy, as they would say.
Okay, so
you ever read that book Pimp?
I've never read a book called Pimp.
It's essentially that.
Yeah, I mean,
iceberg.
I get what you're trying to say, but for everyone that's kind of listening or are listening on the live, like, can you give us a 1 minute like synopsis of this photo booth rental? Like, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to accomplish? Like, what's the goal? Like, so can you do like a 1 minute update for everyone?
Yeah, I mean, the ultimate goal for the business, I have personal goals, but the ultimate goal for the business is for it to be a successful photo booth and event kind of service.
Start from the start. Like, so what are you trying to do? So what is it? What are you trying to do? Where do you live? And how does this all factors in?
I'll start with the why. How about that? So
Okay.
It's like what we want to do. The company's called Near Me Photo Booth Rentals, right? So what do? We try to capture experiences that draw people near, right, or a little bit closer together. We want to make sure those moments are special and important, whatever kind of event that is. Whether it be a wedding, a birthday, an award ceremony, or just a reunion of old friends, kind of thing. Special moments that you want remembered ultimately. And we could do that in a number of different ways outside of just photo booths. So we add that as part of that function. Ultimately, though, we want to be the leading provider here in Temecula. I live specifically in the Temecula area, and there's a bunch of wineries here. There's a bunch of wedding venues. A lot of people come to this area to get married. So the area that I'm in, I think, is pretty prime. I'm originally from Orange County. And the Los Angeles area, which are also two big populated areas. So even attacking those two markets, while there's more competition there, it's also there's a lot of low hanging fruit. Like I mentioned, it's a fragmented market. There's nobody there. When you think of photo booths, there's nobody that you say like, okay, yeah, I gotta go there. There's no like Sears, there's no Apple, there's no like leading provider about it. Yeah. So there's an opportunity, but the long term goal is. You read the reviews and everything, and a lot of people have issues with, like the attendant that people hire, the employees. Because it's hard to motivate somebody on something that is a part-time or temporary job. Even if you're paying them $50, $100 a pop, it's only on Saturdays, and I don't know if I'm going to get a job, and it's like it's not consistent. So how can you expect consistency, kind of thing? So my idea is more so how can I package it in such a way and market it in such a way that I could franchise it, which puts the ownership in the person who is franchising it. So they are the owner of the photo booth rental business, essentially. They're just using our name, our technology. They'll get the photo booth. They'll be essentially set up to just go out and sell and find events. Yeah. And scale that way. Again, the value of ownership just brings the value of customer service and the value of people just that valuing their own business kind of thing, So it's like that's the mentality, that's the idea.
Yeah, you say that kind of leads me to something else I was thinking about is I have a pretty strong background in like SEO and like selling SEO, right? Digital services, and I go out to a lot of these places and I'm like, dude, this is such a easy thing you can just pick up. Like someone can go in and just say, hey, like, let me fix some of your social media, presence on the internet. And you can literally go and type it out at, these AI bots and ask, hey, like, how do I optimize this? And then you can get paid per result that comes in. And you put some sort of a tracking on the website. And that's totally possible, right? Like from a business idea perspective, like there's a lot of things you can do. But, you got to, I guess, go in and do it first more than anything. So,
I mean, to be honest, nowadays with ChatGPT and AI, there's like the sky's honestly the limit. It's like you go to ChatGPT and you put whatever kind of business you want. It's like we'll do like quick business idea right here. Via ChatGPT.
Okay.
So SoCal Snap Studio.
Okay.
All right. So it's a mobile content creation studio. So it's a mobile photo video content studio targeting small businesses, realtors, creators, and event organizers across SoCal. Think like a luxury Sprinter van outfitted with studio grade lighting, DSLR, and a 360 camera. Has some mobile editing capabilities, kind of like everything on the go kind of deal. Clients can book it for branding shoots, product photos, podcast episodes, just like us, and social content like on location.
Yeah, no, that's a great idea.
So think about bringing like the studio to the person kind of thing, yeah? And I mean, you could charge anywhere between $500 to $300 an hour. So, I mean, anywhere $2,000 to $900, a booking kind of thing,
Instead of like having a going to a studio, having that cost, you could probably have a studio in your house and we just come once a week or someone comes once a week and they set up this up for you and then you do your podcast and then they're gone. It's a monthly contract, right?
Correct. Well, I mean, you can do monthly contract or it looks like it's more so like per use kind of thing. But
okay, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there is a startup cost. The startup cost is about $75,000 because they include the cost of the van and everything like that. But again, there's ways of
reducing that down for sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great idea. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's and your target market: real estate agents, influencers, coaches, product brands, event planners.
I think a lot of it, what people forget to understand is like, is the customer acquisition cost, right? Like, if you are starting a business, just because you have a great idea doesn't mean people are going to come and find your business. Mm-hmm. You have to, take your business to the market, and marketing and sales, that stuff is not easy, right? Like you have to really be able to sell the product or paint a vision of what this product will be or what it can be, once you get it.
The value of something.
Yeah. And that and higher up you go, right? Like, so, selling like a product that's few $100s to selling a product that's few $1,000 to selling a product that's tens of thousands to selling a product that's hundreds of thousands. Like, I've done those, and like there's a level of finesse that happens at each level of those transactions.
Yeah.
So it's different. And again, high closing deals that are higher volume but lower payment. There's a good feeling about that because you get like small wins and you get happy, right?
Yeah.
There's more like what do you call it? Adrenaline or like dopamine hit that comes in. Mm-hmm. But like the wins where it's like a longer cycle and larger value that comes in like like once a while. Like, oh man, those are also like really good to get. There's like a good feeling about winning those.
Yeah. I mean, they're like different kind of like businesses ultimately, kind of and everything like that. But again, today with ChatGPT and AI, man, it's like again like the real. It's just execution. It's just doing it. It's really kind of you could try a million things and fail, and one of them will be successful, kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's like,
but it can write you like the thing with like ChatGPT and thing with like these AI things that you can write write me a 50-step before I quit process. So I'm gonna try 50 things. You tell me what I try, and I'll try those 50 things for this business. And once I do all those 50 things, then I'm gonna say, hey, this is not working. And it will write you 50 things, and if you do all 50, like your business will work. Because like a lot of times you're just not doing those things, like like it's not like
the execution.
The fault in execution,
Yeah. But I mean, that's actually a good idea. I'm going to do the top 50 things I need to do for the photo booth business.
Hey, there you go, dude. I'm a prompt engineer, dude. I do this all day.
Well, dude, I'll be honest. Like now with like the deep research and ChatGPT, I'm not sure if you've ever used that kind of.
It takes too long. That was my feedback on that. I was like, I guess it should be faster, but like.
Yeah, but like it produces good stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's sourced and everything like that. I mean, good in the extent of like quality stuff. I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
I guess that matters. I think like one of the things that people are not focusing enough is like I think I was telling you like a while back or one of these days was that you need to start optimizing ChatGPT. I think people are less and less going to Google, less and less going to like maps, less and less going to other things. They're going to ChatGPT for research. So eventually, like, you could be like, hey, like, I live in Temecula. Who are the best, photographers? Or if I live in Temecula, what's the best Chinese food? We're going down that path. And for you to show up is going to be crucial for your business. And think about like for larger businesses, right? Think about like if you're like,
how do I optimize myself for like AI kind of thing?
Right. That's going to be huge. Like where is good? And it's all like where is the data coming from? Like where like it's just these like you got to pay like you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
ChatGPT can totally like or OpenAI could be like, you know what, like guys, we're gonna start marketing.
Kind of like Google kind of thing.
Right. Then you just get biased answers, right? Like that could start happening as well. So
that's kind of scary, huh? Like how you could kind of buy your way to influence AI and everything like that.
Oh, 100%, dude. 100%, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, like those are things we haven't seen as much yet. So, but there are things to mitigate that, right? Like, but I think the government has to like write laws to where like your models are not going to be biases, like but it's hard for people that are in Congress that are 70, 80 years old understanding like how AI works, like so
yeah 100%. Yeah, it's like well, you're trying to explain kind of like I won't say the internet, but you're kind of like a pretty complex thing.
Yeah, I think there's a video going around a while back about like that guy from the CEO of TikTok getting grilled, like, hey, are you from China? Like, he's like, no, I'm from Singapore. But like it's just like, or they are having a hard time understanding how Facebook works. I think this one was with Mark Zuckerberg, where he was like, sir, that's just how the internet works. Like, they're not there. Like, they're not understanding from a tech perspective, right? Like what it is, and that is overlooked a lot of times in the politics things.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lack of understanding ultimately, and if you're the ones making decisions, and with a lack of understanding, it's kind of detrimental, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But I want to go over some things that are happening this week, man. The past 2 weekends, I'm not sure if you had
lived under a rock,
of experiencing, but last weekend I had the luck and the privilege of attending Couchella.
You went to Coachella?
Yeah.
Front row seat?
Front row seat.
Oh, nice.
I had a bunch of beer. I had a bunch of pizza. YouTube was hosting, and it played all the live videos.
Is it done through their channel?
It's done through Coachella's or Golden Voice channel, whatever.
Okay, so
but it's
legit. It's a high-end production.
Yeah.
Okay,
YouTube is a part of it. They're hosting it themselves, kind of thing. Yeah, it's like they're streaming 3 different, I guess 5 different stages at one time. So yeah, it's a big production. It's a big.
Okay, that makes sense.
But this weekend, I'm not sure if you're a country fan. They have Stagecoach coming up. It's in India. April 25th to 27th, man.
I have become more of a country fan.
You hillbilly.
Over the last few years, I would say not few years. I would say now it's been a while. So I have attended quite a few country concerts. I've never been to Coachella, but I have attended.
Well, Coachella's not really a country concert, but
not Coachella. Sorry, Stagecoach. I've never been to Stagecoach, but I've been to a few country concerts.
I hear you get you're supposed to get an RV and camp at Stagecoach.
I don't do those anymore, dude. I don't like music festivals. I don't like that kind of shit. Like, I want to go home and be fucking sleeping on my bed, dude. Like what? I'm not trying to do a music festival. Like what?
You don't want to just be raging out there 6 a.m.
Do you remember when we went to Hard Summer?
No, of course I don't remember. That's what made it so great.
Yeah, there you go. We went to Hard Summer.
I remember dancing and have a good time. That's all I need to remember, man. No, of course I remember. It was a good time. Hard Summer. What year, man? We went multiple times.
We went. I don't even know what year. This was
it looks like we got 5 likes, man. I'm just saying.
Yeah. No. One of those things. What are those called? Hearts. No hearts.
Oh, no one has paid us a heart, but we got 5 little likes there.
Yeah. It's we gotta keep going, dude. Shout out.
Manfred Casablanca. Shanqui, Jennifer Neda, Chavez Gomez, Mauricio El Chav.
There's nobody on here right now.
Dude, you don't know if they'll ever come back.
See, like up here it says 0.
Oh,
That's
true.
That's
what if there's like a lag though? You know what I mean? Like that's the reason why it doesn't.
As soon as someone comes, it's just. Please, sir.
Invite your friends.
Yeah. All right. Like, so let's do this, right? Like, we live in California. How about I give you 5 cities in California and you blind rank them?
5 cities in California?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and you rank them, all right? So, the first one okay. So 5 cities in California. San Jose.
San Jose's pretty a cool city, man. It's like San Jose has. It's actually like truly the real Silicon Valley. Like you want to be next to tech.
So where do you rank it? Okay. 1 through 5.
I'm trying to give my explanation, but if you don't want to hear it, 3.
Okay. How about Bakersfield?
5, man. I don't know. I mean, Bakersfield is crucial for California, but I don't know if I want to live there.
Berkeley.
4. You ever been to Berkeley?
I've been to Berkeley.
Berkeley kind of sucks, man. I'll be honest. Like, okay. I mean, it's a great school, but it's like outside of Berkeley, it's kind of scary, man.
How about San Diego?
I'll put San Diego. I'll do number one. They have nice places in San Diego. La Jolla, downtown.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vallejo. Only one up there. Two. Like, I mean, you put Vallejo on 2.
Well, so Vallejo does have some nice parts as well. They got like, Toro University. Shout out, Toro University. I had a bunch of friends who are PAs from that school.
Toro University. Never been.
I think it's a religious university. I'm not sure what denomination, but they're PAs, man. Yeah, you got a medical school. So, hey.
Yeah. I think it's always like such a, like, when you think about, like, cities in California, like, right? Mm. Like, all the cities are below, like, there isn't anything above, like, Napa. You know what I'm saying?
Humboldt. I mean, all that is like, I feel like just like where they make weed. You know what I mean? It's like it's just a bunch of
farmers. Yeah, it's a farmland.
Yeah. Redding is technically California.
But also like, yeah.
Or is that Oregon?
Redding? Yeah. Redding's California.
Redding's California.
But like, think about it like this. Like, if
Eureka? No, that's Oregon.
I've been to Eureka. I think Eureka.
That's Oregon.
No, it's not. Is it
Eureka?
Yeah, look it up. Is Eureka? I think there's Eureka, California.
Eureka.
Just search for California.
Eureka. It is.
Okay, so I've been to Eureka. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Cool.
Six. Cool. You know what's funny thing is
pretty north. Yeah.
On that trip when we went up here, I'll tell you a funny story, dude.
Tell me a funny story.
So, you ever been to a hot spring?
Yes, I have.
Like actual hot springs?
Like a real life hot spring where the water comes out naturally hot from the earth.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So we went on this, it was me, my brother, and my cousin, and we went on a road trip like to above NorCal. We were like, we've never been like, what's really up there? Like, Mm-hmm. So we're like, okay, we'll just go on a road trip and see what happens. So first day we just kept going north and we ended up in this like, I don't even know town, but this is like it's a sanctuary. And it's like and when we first went in, we didn't really know anything, but we go in there and then it's we've already paid. We go in there and it's a nudist sanctuary, hot spring sanctuary.
Oh, no way! So
yeah, we go in there and everyone's just
naked,
dude,
in the whole hotel and everything.
Everyone's just walking around naked.
It's just like
me, my brother, and my cousin.
Three Nepali kids walk in and a bunch of naked old.
I'm not gonna take I was like, I'm not doing this. Like, it's not happening here, dude. Like,
your brother's already naked. He's already around.
Yeah, that stuff was funny, dude. Like, but yeah, that was a trippy place. But yeah, California has like.
That was in Eureka, California.
That was near Eureka. Yeah. That was because I remember Eureka because that was like the city like fairly close to that.
Ferndale, maybe, or it's Humboldt. I mean, it's by Humboldt.
Yeah, somewhere around there, dude.
Maybe right, Redding.
Yeah, I know a guy
There's a
that
place
lives
called
at
Weed.
Mount Shasta.
You ever been to Weed, California?
I have never been to Weed, California, but there would be a city called Weed,
I wonder if
California.
they
That's
grow
kind of
weed
funny.
there.
Yeah,
They're like, no, absolutely no weed.
probably
because
nothing. It's probably just
no,
like
no,
fake.
not tolerated here, not allowed. Well, here, man, I got a question for you. I'll ask you. I'm going to ask you a different question here. What do you think are the top 5 worst cities to live in America that everyone is kind of currently moving to? Like that's what they want to go to, right? I got to give you the list. You can't just say 5, man. I got to give
so
you
it's
the,
gonna
it's a,
rip them off, dude.
It's
I was
a
just gonna
blind
rip
ranking,
them
man.
off.
No, man.
Okay.
So let's start with a lot of people are moving to Los Angeles. Is always a top one. So Los Angeles.
So I'm blind ranking these.
Yeah.
Okay. 4.
4 for Los Angeles.
Yeah. Los Angeles is not that bad. I mean, like homelessness, but it's not that bad.
But I mean, there's a lot of parts of Los Angeles. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like in overall, like California, like it's not that bad.
I feel like a lot of people are going to Austin, Texas.
You think so? I went to Austin recently. I was there about a month ago, 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And I didn't like it.
So what would you rank it?
Austin, I would say it's like up there, dude. It's like 1, 2. I wouldn't live in Austin. There's a ton of homelessness. There's a lot of stuff going on.
1 being like the worst. Yeah. Okay, so Austin is the worst place to move to.
Yeah, because I feel like one of the things is that you're paying prime real estate money, and there's still a lot of homelessness. I think maybe I'll change it back to like LA is probably right up there too, right? Like I think it's LA, Austin. I don't want to live in a metropolitan city, dude. I'm over it. I want to live somewhere in the farm, dude, in the country. Like I'm not trying to live like out in the.
You have a kid now and everything, but I hear you. Yeah, it's different. I don't know. I want to have a farm, so I get it.
Agave.
Dude, I could grow some Texas agave. Dude, that's American. Okay, so third one. So Texas is number 1. Austin, Texas, is number 1 worst place. Los Angeles is number 3. You said. Let's try Miami, Florida.
I put that at 5. I can probably like live there for it's not. I like warm weather, so I would prefer like a warmer weather over something else.
It's not a terrible place to live or anything.
Right.
Okay. Denver, Colorado.
I hate Denver.
Why do you hate Denver?
3, whatever's not taken. 3, 2, 2.
2's not taken.
2. I hate Denver.
Yeah, why?
I didn't like it.
Why?
It's cold and dry, and not
you didn't
about
like
that.
being a mile high in the air.
Yeah, that was. I walked up like a couple of stairs, and I was like, "Fuck, I am
Couldn't
tired."
breathe, you're winding.
You're
like,
it's like, God damn it, dude.
It's a reminder of how to shape and everything like that.
Fuck.
Yeah.
People just live up here, like breathing.
Yeah, dude. When I went up there, we went up there with my parents and my aunt and uncle moved up there. They work my uncle works at the Gaylord. He's like the executive chef and everything like that. I should talk closer to this. The Gaylord, it's a hotel. It's a massive hotel over there.
It's a nice one.
Beautiful hotel.
Okay. Like in Aspen or in Denver?
In I think it's Aurora technically, but it's right outside of Denver.
Okay.
Yeah. But in the room, they actually give you oxygen in the tanks, so you don't like get all like kind of dizzy and everything like that, so you could breathe like oxygen.
Yeah.
My girlfriend, she was kind of like feeling all lightheaded, and she didn't handle the height very well.
I feel like isn't Mexico pretty high up?
Yeah, but where she's from is like it's
the
beach
desert?
level. No,
Okay.
it's the beach. Yeah.
That makes sense.
So it's sea level. But Mexico City is pretty high up. It has a high altitude. Guadalajara is not that bad. Monterrey is decent. Yeah, there's a lot of mountains in Mexico.
I feel like Mexico is typically higher than I mean, I don't know. I'm not a geography like that. Like I don't know what the elevations of the different parts of the world is, but
so we're not done yet. So you gave Austin number 1 worst city to live in America. You have Denver, Colorado as number 2 worst city to live in America. You have Los Angeles as number 3, and you have Miami as number 5.
okay. Slot the 4th one up there, dude. Whatever it is.
The 4th one, well, apparently you think Portland, Oregon is not that bad.
Okay, so blind ranking the 5 cities in California. No. Blind ranking the 5 worst cities to live in America that everyone's moving away. 5 worst cities to live in America that everyone's moving away. 5 worst cities to live in America that everyone's moving away. 5 worst cities to live in America that everyone's moving away. 5 worst cities to live in America that everyone's moving away. 5 worst cities to live in America that everyone's moving away. 5 worst cities to live in America that everyone's moving away. 5 worst cities to live in America that everyone's moving away. 5 worst cities to live in America that everyone's moving away. 5 worst cities to live in America that everyone's moving away. 5 worst cities to live in America that everyone's moving away. 5 worst cities to live in America that everyone's moving away. 5 worst cities to live in America that everyone's moving away. 5 worst cities to live in America that everyone's moving away. 5 worst cities to live in America that everyone's moving away. 5 worst cities to live in
Well, it's the top 5 worst cities in America that everyone is still moving to.
Okay, so we have Austin, we have Denver, we have
you said Los Angeles.
Los Angeles, we have Portland, and then Miami. Yeah, that's a solid list. Yeah,
that's fair.
I could live in Miami, dude. I don't mind. Like nice warm
weather,
Welcome beaches.
To Miami.
Yeah.
Bienvenidos a Miami. Have you been to Miami?
I have never been to Miami.
You gotta go to Miami.
Yeah. Do you consider yourself like a movie expert? Do you think? Do you like where are you? What is your knowledge base of like movies?
I used to be like a guru, but I feel like I've kind of fallen out of like being such a cinephile. You know what I mean? It's like it's hard to keep up. You know, there's movies being produced every year, but pre 2015, I think I'm pretty solid.
Okay, so you think you can blind rank 5? I can give you 5 movies and you'll blind rank them.
Hell yeah, brother! Let's do it.
Okay, so I'll keep it pretty. I'll keep it like on the side where you might have seen it. I won't go super new. Okay, so 5 movies, blind ranking. All right, so let's see. Okay, the Lord of the Rings series.
The entirety?
The entirety, yeah. Just think of it as one movie. Just think of that as a one movie.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's a pretty good movie, but I mean, I'll do number 3 just to be safe.
Okay.
It's great, but there's some better, but it's not bad, you know?
Okay. Let's do a heavy hitter here. Let's do...
A heavy hitter.
Let's do Scarface.
Scarface is like my number 1. When I was like 13 years old, my dad bought me a box set that had like crocodile skin.
Okay.
Fake crocodile skin, of course. But it was a Scarface.
Ah.
And on the inside had like the silver 25th edition and like photos of the movie in a red silk velvet.
That's pretty cool.
I place that as number 1 on my list.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about...
The world is yours.
Goodfellas.
Ooh, Goodfellas is also a great movie.
So you have 1 and 3 taken so far.
See, there's options for who could be number 2. Goodfellas. I'm gonna do number 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Transformers.
The movie's all right. You know, it's good. It's good. Transformers is all right. It's good. But I gotta give Transformers an extra tip of the hat because I used to study to the Transformers score.
Okay, what is that?
It's like the soundtrack to Transformers, but it's just like the instrumentals. You know, It's like the orchestra. If you need to study, it's like it's a really good way of focusing. Guy? No, it's like classical music. You know what I mean? It's like, but it's like. It gets you really in the zone and everything. Like when you're studying, you're like, dude, I feel like I'm fighting Megatron right now. I'm gonna do number 2 for Transformers.
You gonna do number 2?
It has a personal attachment.
So you have 5. So whatever is 5th is 5th.
Okay, I'm gonna do Transformers 5 just because you bullied me into that.
Dang. Okay, so give me your list. So blind ranking top 5 movies.
So I did Scarface number 1. I did Goodfellas. Well, I did no. I did Scarface number 1. I did Lord of the Rings trilogy number 3. I did Goodfellas number 4, and number 5 I did Transformers.
Yeah. Okay, so number 2 is Shawshank Redemption.
All right, that's fine.
That's fine, right? That's a good list. That's a good list.
Pretty good list. I'm happy with that. You know, the Scarface is just based on a personal relation, I guess. And Al Pacino's a good actor.
Al Pacino's a great actor, dude. I feel Al Pacino's a great actor.
I'm just saying.
I like Scarface. I feel like that was a very, very good movie. That was a very good movie.
There's a lot of weird correlations. My dad lived in Miami around that time, like the 80s.
Your dad lived in Miami in the 80s. He's from Colombia?
And he's from Colombia. And there's a scene in the movie where he's all like, so they mention both my maiden name and my last name. So there's one where they say, that's the Diaz brothers, before they do that shootout and everything like that. They're like, oh, those are the Diaz brothers when they're in the nightclub. And there was another guy. He's like, oh, you see that fat guy over there? That's the Contreras or something like that. So the Contreras is my mom's last name, and Diaz is my dad's last name. You know? So there's a lot of weird connections.
I was part of the movie.
That,
like what?
My dad was married to a Cuban at the time. I don't know, man. There's a lot of.
So Oscar is yeah, that's what it's coming at. Like a.
I am Tony Montana.
What do you think? Other day we had an earthquake.
We did have an earthquake.
We had a
4.5, I think. Yeah.
No, it's like 6.7.
It was not a 6.7.
Look it up.
Get
look
the
it up.
heck
How?
out of here. I bet you 25 cents
Dude,
lower.
it's no. You got to go to Temecula or San Diego. I feel like because you can't look. It was like a week ago. Last week.
Dude, 2.6 in Baja.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Oh, is that all?
I don't know what it's called. Julian. 5.2.
5.2? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It was like shaking, dude. That earthquake came and I was like, oh, shit. I asked my son what they did. And he was like, oh, we all went underneath the table. So in school, they had to go underneath the table.
They did like
he was like, he came home, he was like, I was scared. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. Poor kid. Yeah. He got nervous. I mean, it's a scary feeling, man. It's like, I was up here, I was at my office, and I got like underneath the archway. And at first, I thought it was like what you said. It's kind of like maybe just like a small little earthquake. It
was there.
It'll go by really fast, and then it like picked up, and like, oh shit, I gotta start moving. Excuse my French, but yeah, I mean the benefits and the joys of living in California, I guess. It's like
yeah, I mean, I don't think we get as many earthquakes as like. No, that was like one of the only ones I remember, and it's been like a few years that I'm like, oh, okay, I felt that one. Typically, I don't really like. I really don't care that much. Like,
I had a really weird experience one time where you ever see the movie Ocean's 13?
Ocean's 13,
yeah,
it's like where they robbed the casino.
Yeah, Al Pacino.
Okay, yeah.
So they robbed the casino, and there's a scene in there where they're drilling underneath the casino to.
This is the third one, right? This is where they come back and like try to rob during fight night. Is that what it is?
I can't remember if it's during fight night, but they robbed the casino.
Okay.
And they're drilling underneath to simulate an earthquake to knock out the power.
Yeah.
No, they robbed the diamond at the very top of the
Okay, I remember this.
And that scene happens when where they're doing that, and it goes into it's like, okay, you guys could turn off the machine, and the casino's still shaking, and he's like, we turned off the machine. Simultaneously, I swear to God, as that was happening, I was at my parents' house at the time, and they had like a little. Wine glasses and some alcohol, kind of like a display kind of thing on the left-hand side. All of a sudden, it started going ding, 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 ding. And at first, my mind thought it was like part of the movie. But then they started picking up, and I'm like, oh shit, it's actually an earthquake. It happened at the exact same time that it happened, dude. It was so weird. Very serendipity is kind of like...
That's funny.
It was so crazy how that lined up, but yeah, I'll never forget that.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah. But yeah, man. We're still live.
Dude, what's going on here in TikTok, dude? 5 likes, no hearts, dude. No hearts.
Not a single follower either. A lot of people join and then I feel like they came back and they left.
Yeah, hold on. Just start a poll, like. Whatever. It's fine.
Did you start a poll?
No, I don't. No one's here to start a poll, dude. Like 2 idiots. Hey, what? knock, bitches.
You know what I was watching today? You never seen Norm Macdonald?
No, what is that? Who's that?
Norm Macdonald's a comedian. He's passed away now. But
Norm Macdonald? This sounds so familiar.
He's hilarious, man. The dude is a genius. I didn't appreciate his humor when I was younger, but now that I'm older...
No, I never saw... I feel like I've seen him, but I never, like... I haven't seen him recently yet.
You'll recognize him now.
Yeah, I pull it up. So what about it?
This is my favorite one.
Something people don't know about you.
I'm a deeply closeted gay guy.
No kidding.
Well, I'm not coming out, though.
Wait a minute. What are you revealing here today?
I'm not revealing anything. I'm saying I'm deeply closeted.
Well, that means you're gay.
Well, I wouldn't say that. Why would I say that? I'm deeply closeted.
No, but That means you're very, very gay, but you don't want to come out. You're so closeted.
That I refuse to say I'm gay.
Right.
Exactly.
Doesn't that mean you're gay?
Hey, easy, buddy.
Oh,
Is that guy
this
still
football
alive?
No, he died.
No, the other one,
Oh,
Larry King.
What's
Larry
something
King?
people don't know about you?
That's a great question. Is Larry
I'm
King
deeply
dead?
closeted.
He died.
He died? Oh, okay.
2021.
COVID, probably.
Dude, 1933 he was born. Brooklyn, New York. Died in Senior Sinai, Los Angeles.
He's probably mega wealthy, right? He did that, he did that shit for, years. He was the guy. Like the Larry King Show or something?
Does it say his net worth on here? No. it
No.
doesn't say his net worth. We could ask Google what was his net worth. 2 million.
No. That's it? This guy was a brokey, dude.
Yeah, he only left about $2 million.
Why? It doesn't make any sense, dude.
They say his net worth was $50 million. But I think a lot of it was based, his net worth was kind of based on him. You know, it's like he was the guy, but the guy's gone, then, well. So everything else.
Most people that are on the top 10, the wealthiest list are all tech, right? Except for one maybe.
No, the Waltons are Walmart.
Are they on the list? The top 10 list. Top 10 wealthiest people in the world. There's only one that's probably not tech.
I don't.
Oh no, Warren Buffett is probably another one. There's probably two.
I don't think they're all. I think Elon might be the only one.
No, dude, there's all these guys.
So Bernard.
Yeah, so that's the only one I thought wasn't
he's
tech.
not. LVMH. Bill Gates, yes. Elon Musk, yes. Jeff Bezos, yes. Larry Ellison, yes. Mark Zuckerberg, yes. Steve Ballmer, yes. Larry Page, Sergey Brin.
We're at 10 already, dude.
Is that 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But I don't think this is the world, is it?
Go to Forbes. Pull up Forbes.
Real-time billionaires list. Damn, this is real-time. Damn, Larry Ellison is back on top?
No, that's today's gains. That's today's gains. You're looking at
Oh, jeez. So yeah, number 1 is Elon Musk. Jeff Bezos at a cool number 2 at $203 billion. Mark Zuckerberg, Larry Ellison, Warren Buffett, Bernard, Larry Page, Sergey Brin, Amancio Ortega. Who's that?
Isn't that the Mexican guy?
No, that's Carlos Slim.
Oh,
Amancio Ortega of Spain.
Yeah, he owns the clothing brand.
Zara.
Zara, yeah.
No shit. 124 billion. Number 9 on the list, and then Steve Ballmer.
Think about Steve Ballmer, is really impressive, right?
He's actually higher than Bill Gates now.
Think about that. Steve Ballmer, how fascinating is that?
Yeah.
He literally was an employee
Yeah.
at Microsoft.
Yeah.
And ended up becoming a CEO.
Yeah.
And now, one of the richest man in the world. He probably just only took, all of his comps on stocks.
Yeah.
And he just hoarded them. And Microsoft just went
And
on a
it paid
fucking
off.
rock.
Yeah. But he's also an interesting character to examine as far as being a coach. You know what I mean? If
They said he was an asshole.
I imagine he was super intense.
Yeah.
He looks like a really intense guy, but if you see him in his speeches, when he's trying to pump it, he pumped everybody up.
Yeah, so Microsoft was really dog shit.
Yeah.
And he left, and then it started doing really well. Think about it. When did he leave? When did Steve Ballmer leave Microsoft?
He stepped down as CEO in February 2014.
Okay, look
then
up
he resigned from the company's board of directors.
Okay, look up Microsoft stock.
Microsoft stock. In that year?
No, just do Microsoft stock. So go all time. So bro, he when did he take over? He probably took over
I
in
think it said
2006.
2008, 2006, something like that.
Okay, so go from there, click that, and then go drag it to when he left. 75% growth in 5 years. He kind of sucked. Now go from when he left to when the new guy came.
600.
Bro, he got brutalized, bro. It's because the new guy, right? Like,
But if you look at, I mean, arguably, if you look at Microsoft under Bill Gates' years,
no, dude, the new CEO of Microsoft that took over after Steve Ballmer crushed it.
Yeah.
Like, like he revitalized Microsoft. Like,
who took over?
Yeah, the Satyam something. Like, what's his name? The Indian guy.
Did he?
Yeah.
Satya Nadella.
Yeah.
I don't even know what he looks like. Man.
So Google tried to hire him.
It's the bald-headed guy, yeah?
No. Is he bald? I don't think he's bald. He has full head of hair.
No, that's a Google guy, I thought. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's bald, yeah. He was a part of, like, the Gmail team. Like the original Gmail team.
This is crazy, right?
Yeah.
Joined in 1992 Microsoft, and he held leadership roles in both consumer and enterprise business. EVP of Cloud and Enterprise. Yeah, dude, the dude was.
It's really insane to see, like, will these companies succeed after the founders have left? Microsoft has done it, like, successfully, right? Amazon is in the thick of it right now. I feel like Amazon, since Jeff Bezos left, has tanked.
I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, he set up great infrastructure, so it's not tanking per se, but it's not the same.
It's just not. Amazon just hasn't been doing well since he left.
Andy Jassy is the new CEO.
He was the head of AWS, so which makes sense.
I mean, that's the biggest. Yeah. They're the leading
most
source
profitable.
of revenue.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to think about. That all the stuff that we consume and buy on Amazon, all that stuff that they're shipping to our houses. That's not even their biggest profit margin. The biggest thing is the stuff that's hosted on the internet.
Because they own the third of the cloud infrastructure.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. The government uses it. It's them, Google, and Azure, right?
Yeah. Pretty much. There's a few.
Do you know how much the DoD contract to AWS is probably massive?
Yeah.
Think about how much of the shit they have that's on cloud. It's probably through AWS, like, right?
It is hosted through AWS.
Yeah. So, like...
That's insane.
You're probably making buco money, dude, if you're, like, selling, like... If you were selling cloud, like, early, I'm talking about, like, 2010-ish, 2012, like, you're probably making so much money. You get a lot of these companies that are switching from on-prem to the cloud. And think about it, you're just selling this hand over fist.
Yeah.
Like, if you're working for AWS or if you're working for Google, say, hey, like, I'm a cloud provider. You want to move from on-prem to the cloud? Like,
do you want to
we'll help you build and then...
Yeah, do you want to be online? Yeah. It's like, period,
Oracle, like, like those guys. Oracle's another one too, right? I'm sure there's Oracle Cloud now. I feel like that's a thing.
Let's see who AOS competitors. Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud, IBM Cloud, and Oracle Cloud infrastructure. Yeah, Alibaba Cloud even. DigitalOcean. That's a new one that's kind of going around. Linode. DigitalOcean is actually fairly inexpensive. I was using this for a second.
I like that.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Let's see.
If you haven't used DigitalOcean, shout out DigitalOcean. Sponsor us.
All right. Do you I was saying is like we should watch a show.
We need to watch a show and then give updates on the show.
Yeah, like watch a show. What do you think? Like, what do you think of? Do you watch anime? Have you seen anime?
I have.
You've seen anime?
I've seen some.
Okay. Have you ever seen the One Piece?
I have seen One Piece.
Like the movie, the show, like which one? The animated one or like the?
I've seen the animated show.
So I think like One Piece is one of the greatest stories ever written.
Why?
It is the greatest story ever written. Go online and look at like authors, top 10 like best-selling authors of all time.
Ichiro Oda.
Look up top 10 best-selling authors of all time. Best-selling authors of all time. All right, go to Wikipedia, dude, right there. Boom, go to Wikipedia. This guy is up there on the list of people that are...
Number 8.
Look who is up there on that list.
Oh, let me share this so people can see on YouTube's.
So, Ichiro Oda, right? He's still finishing the story.
Shakespeare's number 1.
William Shakespeare, Agatha... What is it? Christie? Agatha Christie. I don't even know where some of these are like...
She did the Hercules Poirot, like the investigation.
Okay, yeah. So, look at this, dude. Look. Some of these people are no longer alive. I want to get that out there. They have had... Like, Shakespeare has had 500 years ahead on like these...
J.K. Rowling has him beat by 100 million books.
But like she's done writing. Her days are behind her. His days, he's still writing. He hasn't wrote the finale yet.
So to compare, J.K. Rowling did 22 books. He's written 110 so far.
Yeah.
But right behind him, Enid Blyton, I don't know who that is. Enid Blyton.
He's right there, dude.
800 books. But they're children books, so I guess that doesn't really count. Ichiro Oda. Let's see what Ichiro Oda has written, though.
The One Piece, dude. He wrote the One Piece.
That's it?
That's his... He's been... Think about it like this, right? Like, think of it like this.
It just said right now that he's written a bunch of books.
Yeah, each chapter is considered a book. The One Piece is his masterpiece.
Yeah.
Right? Think about it. He's been writing the same book for 25 years now. Think about that. Think about the vastness when you start telling a story 25 years ago. And you're still telling that story. Think how insane that is.
Yeah, he did everything. Is
no one has ever like. Think about like.
Well, who wrote Dragon Ball Z?
The guy died like a year ago. Yeah, he just died recently.
Akira Toriyama.
Yeah.
Toriyama. Sorry, excuse me.
But again,
why isn't this guy on the top 10 list? You know?
Because there's no continuity in Dragon Ball as it is in One Piece. Every single thing that has happened in One Piece is building up from the episode before. There's like, it's, you know what I mean? It's not
so just, it actually is fully continuous. It's not like random side stories. Or
no. It has been going on for 25, 30, I don't know how long, like 93, 98 probably when it came out. Think about that. It's still going on, dude.
23. It's like, yeah. I mean, think about like writing a season for that long and just having it all there and just, I don't know, thinking of the story and keeping. I don't know.
I've watched it for 23 years.
Well, think like
23 years.
It's interesting because like if you watch any season or any show that you've watched, like Game of Thrones, usually by like the 5th season it starts getting kind of bad. Usually by the 3rd season it starts going pretty south. You know.
Yeah. So think about having a show that has the. If it wasn't good, he would have stopped writing a long time ago.
Well, I guess my question is why? You know, why is it so good? I guess you know why? Why is it?
Why is it so
What's
good?
What's the secret sauce?
Okay, I mean, let me give you a little backstory. Do you know? So do you know like what it is?
Yeah.
So, long story short, there's this kid. He ate this thing called the devil fruit. Mm-hmm. Devil fruit are things within the show that people can eat that give them like powers and stuff, right? He wants to be the king of the pirates, right? And find this treasure called the One Piece. Whoever finds it becomes the king of the pirates. Mm-hmm. And then so he trains, and then this is basically him going through this journey of becoming the king of the pirates. So first thing he has to do is like he has to find a crew. Mm-hmm. You know, how am I going to assemble like my crew? So he has to go find people. He finds people, and then keeps going, progressing, and then. You know, there's different types of devil fruits, and then you start training, and then this is all the things. The story's just building and building and building, you know. And then this thing happens to him, right? Like, and then his brother, his brother dies, and he's like, oh, "What the fuck?" You know, like that. That literally is like now he's like, "Oh, like I'm so weak." That makes him feel so like small in the grand scheme of things. And then he's like, "Okay, well, I got to train more." He starts fucking training, and then now we're finally saying Ichiro Oda is saying we're in the end game now. We're finally like now we're gonna like the next 5 years is when it's gonna end. Probably not, but like
after 23 years though.
Yeah, so he's writing the final series now, like the final saga has begun.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
It's like the beginning of the hero's journey, but this hero's journey is definitely a long journey.
Oh, dude, and in between from when it starts to what it is, you're like, holy fuck. Where I'm right now, I'm like, holy crap. Like, I follow this guy, and he kind of did this thing on TikTok. He was kind of like a pretty big dude. His whole thing was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch the One Piece, and I'm gonna walk and watch it while I'm walking. And he started tracking everything he was doing on TikTok, and he's watched the entire One Piece walking. And he's like, oh, I lost like 30 pounds or 40 pounds or something.
Just watching so many episodes and everything.
Yeah, there's there's 1,050 episodes.
1,050 episodes.
Yeah.
That's a lot of episodes.
What they're doing now is they're coming out with a thing called The One Piece. And it's going to be like a shortened version of each season. Because one of the things that the rep that One Piece gets is like, there's too much world building. It's too much world building, like, but I feel like that's kind of what makes the show great.
Yeah. It gives you really the full backstory. Now, everything is well thought out.
So
looks like our live is ending.
Why?
I think there's a timer on an hour.
No, dude, keep going. Go the live. Let's go. But yeah, it's a good show. It's a good show.
You know, I think I was getting confused with. One Punch Man.
One Punch Man is also. I've seen a couple episodes.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I like what One Punch Man.
It's like he's the strongest being in the universe.
Yeah.
And all he does is just train, dude. His whole skit is like he just does this workout regimen he's got. Like he becomes the strongest person in the world.
But he's also kind of like super bored about it. He's like, there's just nothing is very.
Because he hasn't fought anyone that can like
compete against him.
They can take more than a punch.
Yeah.
Just one punch just ends everything. Like.
It's like, what happens when you are truly the strongest person?
That's what I'm saying. Like, think about it like this. Like, shows like this, right? Like, One Punch Man, 4 or 5 seasons.
Yeah.
And then it starts to, like, they can't go any further. Right?
Yeah, I mean, it becomes the same thing after a while, yeah.
23 years.
Yeah.
Like, you have created the most masterpiece show ever.
We left this on. Not bad, guys.
Think about it like this. There's probably a video you can find where Samuel L. Jackson talks about Ichiro Oda. Like, how gangster is that? You know, you got Samuel L. Jackson talking about Ichiro Oda. Oh, we got somebody, Tony, Big Tony. We. Oh no, it's not Tony, dude. It's Casablanca. Casablanca. People are like these fucking weirdos. Like,
so I gotta get out of here. This is not my kind of crowd.
All right, let's see. He says this.
Let's find out.
Gene.
So you have never watched anime?
No, I haven't given it a try, to be honest with you.
And why is that?
I just think that it's more for kids.
Oh, come on.
I'm too old to be watching these Japanese cartoons.
But you're not, though.
I'm 69.
Let me tell you, anime has the best, if not the greatest storytelling out
Oh, come on. Better than Spielberg, Tarantino?
Okay.
I don't know. This feels like
Ichiro
AI.
Oda,
No, it's real.
Oda, has written an anime that's truly just fucking phenomenal.
Oh, he's talking about One Piece.
I sure am.
A piece of what, though? What are we talking about here?
It's something you gotta experience yourself. I guarantee if you watch it,
It's probably his AI.
It's fucking AI, bro.
He never said that shit.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm Samuel L. Jackson. I never said that shit.
Let's see.
So you have never watched anime?
No, I haven't given it a try, to be honest with you.
For sure.
And why is that?
I just think that it's more for kids.
Oh, come on.
No.
Dude, I'm sorry. It's just watch your dreams, dude. It happens. If you spread around enough fake news, you know?
Remember that story on my thing?
Which one?
The alien genus. People believe anything, dude. That's the thing. Like, if you
have enough sources saying that it's the same thing too. There's a bunch of videos of that same video. Damn.
Yeah. What do we got here? You watch football, Oscar?
Yeah. I mean, it's not football season.
The draft is today.
The draft did start today.
What do you think about nepotism in sports? Do you think there's nepotism in sports?
Hell yeah, brother.
Do you think... Okay, so one of the top prospects is Shedeur Sanders. He is
I don't know.
Deion Sanders' son. Prime time.
Prime time.
So, do you think because of that he gets like a little bit of a special treatment? He gets to say, "Hey, I don't want to go here," or "I want to go here," or what do you think about that?
I don't think he necessarily has a kind of sway to like say, "Hey, I get to go here, I don't get to go there." Though I think because of his last name and obviously his dad put him through the best training programs and everything like that.
His dad is loud. It's prime time. He's loud.
I understand that, but his dad's a good coach too.
He's good. He's a good. I don't know, like
he's decent, but enough to send his son to a good program and do good things with him. So it's like I think it's like years of nepotism, but I don't think it's enough to where it's like.
But do you think he'll say
go
if
to the
like
Rams?
No. What if like the Browns want to draft him? You think he'll say no? My son will not play for the Browns because the Browns, you go there, they ruin careers.
No, I think he'll say you're going. I mean, you're going to the NFL, man. Congratulations.
No, I think so. There are people that were denied. So like Eli Manning, right?
Yeah.
So 2003, 2004, whenever the draft was, he said, "Hey, I don't want to play for the Chargers. I don't want to play for San Diego." John Elway did that. He's like, "I don't want to play for Baltimore or something," and he played for Denver. People do that. I don't want to. They say, "I'll stay in college for one more year." Then what do? You got to trade your pick, dude.
That's true, I guess. Yeah. So there is a possibility that he could do that.
Yeah. So.
If there's precedence for it, then I guess that for sure. Then there's quite a possibility. It's like I don't know, but
yeah,
I don't know. I'll be honest. Like I just signed up for fantasy for next year, and I finished dead last.
You finished up. We're in the same. We're in the same league.
I'm not. Let that be a sign for how much I need to kind of get back into the boat of learning.
So I download this app called Fantasy Life, and it tells you sends you notifications on when things happen. You just gotta I feel like a lot of it is you gotta be very on your shit. You see a notification, you just gotta act on it and put waivers, especially with the league that we play in. It's pick up waiver anytime. Mm-hmm. It's anytime waiver, so anyone can pick up anyone anytime. Mm-hmm. So if someone gets hurt, you got to just pick up the backup then and there. If you're not watching the game, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to get them. So that puts people on their feet. So we've had this one person join and stay, dude. Is that cool?
Is it Tony?
No.
Tony, are you seeing this, man? Say hi.
Tony.
Can we see who it is?
No, we can't see it. It just says one. Who is type? If you're listening, type. No, it's creepy.
Tell me where you live.
Right, we live over here. Huh? You guys have a bunch of AI stuff at work?
We've been pretty cautious about AI, to be honest. It's been a while. It took us a while to kind of really release it and launch it. But slowly but surely we're trying to kind of get it out. But there's so many AI tools nowadays, man.
What do you guys use?
So there's one called Tactic, which is for meetings and stuff like that. There's another one called Superhuman. We don't use some of these. I'm just saying it's common ones I'm hearing, or that a lot of people request. Superhuman is for your emails. There's Cursor AI, which is
I've heard that, yeah.
how you build applications, but that one does require a bit more of you need to at least understand it. It's maybe you don't have to know how to code per se, but you need to understand some of the structures and stuff like that. But it's a cool tool. What else? There's the top ones, and then obviously all the tools that you already have, Notion, Salesforce, are all.
They're integrating everything.
They all have AI in some sort. Yeah.
It's hard to get away from it now. It's I don't know how many more years, 5 more years, 10 more years, but jobs that are going to be replaced are going to be, I'll literally rank 5 jobs that are going to be replaced from 5 to 1, right? So it's think about junior coders, right? No more, done. Yeah. Right. Think about copywriters. Well, I copyright everything through ChatGPT, right? I don't need to do that. Think about paralegals. What do paralegals do?
A lot of
review documents,
admin work, and yep.
Yeah, a lot of reading, making notes and stuff like that. And the chatbot you can just ask what's wrong and it'll tell you, right? Think of it from a customer service rep.
Chatbots.
There's chatbots that can have full conversations with you without you even knowing that's a chatbot. Mm-hmm. And the number one is data entry. You can have an agent just do
You put in the full load and it could break down any kind of
right. So those are going to be really challenging stuff. So that brings us right to what do you think going into college in the next 10 years, what do you think is going to be like?
The top 5 like overrated degrees and everything like that. I don't know. To me, it's like the top 5 overrated college degrees going in with like all this AI and everything. Number 1, probably communications. The communications is going to be tough around AI, just like what you said, copywriting, the ChatGPT just kind of automating all of these processes.
There's voice cloning, right? Like it's
yeah,
insane.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. So it's this notebook LLM.
It's crazy. I love that stuff.
Yeah, I would say next up is maybe. I would say psychology is an overrated degree, and I'll tell you why. It's not a knock on the study of psychology. I think the study and the idea of psychology is very important. But I feel like it's an overrated degree where a lot of people study it, and obviously they don't become therapists or psychologists or things like that. In which case, it just kind of becomes like an overhyped thing where people are kind of talking in a meta kind of fashion. It's like everything is kind of this ethnocentric thing, and I don't know, it puts you in a weird place. And I think it's overrated. That's my number 2. Number 3, criminal justice.
You don't think we're gonna have crimes, or like those crime, physical crime rates drop and digital crime rates go up?
I think it's gonna be like Minority Report, where like things are gonna be like so. Like think about what's the one that Peter Thiel helped start, that company, Palantir.
Yeah.
Palantir is essentially what it does on the battlefield is it's predicting what the enemy is going to do and tells you like the next 2 to 3 steps kind of thing. It's insane, But imagine that being implemented in the civilian world, I guess. It's like the Minority Report where they're able to see
events before it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's we're talking about like singularity at this point. Like
it's pretty insane, So I think that's going to be one thing that's going to change. After that, I think fine arts is probably not the best of fields to study. It's like
it's a passion study.
There's value to it, whatever that sound was. There's value to it. Again, if you want to be like a seller or something like that, like some sort of an art dealer. But if you want to be an artist, I'm practicing and doing, I think, is probably the better way than you spending $60,000 at some prestigious school.
Yeah.
Go hang out in cool areas and with some cool artists and be in their circle. I think is probably a better way, personally. And then I think business administration.
Yeah, that's
just because I think
tough,
ChatGPT business nowadays, it's easy to start a business. The task could be done by AI.
Yeah, I mean, moving away from college in general, right? I think that's becoming like a norm in society where like is the cost of going to school worth the degree that you receive, or is that 3-4 years spent in the workplace worth more than the college degree that you get plus the debt?
Correct. Yeah. I mean, and I'm sure, obviously, the juice is worth the squeeze. I would say a good chunk or a good majority may not have the same. The return on investment may not be there as quickly, so to speak.
Yeah. Okay. So just quickly going back, say the top 5 overrated college degree, just 1 through 5, real quick.
So going really fast. Top 5 most overrated college degrees. Number 1, communications. Number 2, psychology. Number 3, criminal justice. Number 4, fine arts. And number 5, business administration.
Yeah, no, that's valid, man.
You heard it here first, man. You heard it here first.
Yeah. No,
don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years.
I guess in the same sense, right? Like, so what do you think? What do you think the top 5 jobs you can get without a degree that like you can crush it in? What do you think? Like, top of your head, what do you think the top 5 jobs that are like, hey man, like if I don't have a degree, if you focus on these things, you can probably make a pretty good living.
Top 5 things, top of my head. All right, I'm going to do this quick. Top 5 jobs that make people rich without a degree, at the top of my head. I think real estate agent. I think electrician, though that's with a license, kind of education. Digital marketing specialist. You want to be one of those nomads living in Thailand. A freight broker, dude.
You buy things in like pallets and stuff?
You're import and export kind of thing. So yeah, it's like people who need to send something to let's say Mexico. You could kind of organize a bunch of different products, and the shipping is cheaper, but you make a shit ton of money because it's expensive. And then number 5, content creator. Obviously, you don't have to go to school because you're just filming yourself sleep and
that's true, dude.
Put your face in a nice bath at 3 a.m.
The thing is, you don't have to show your face to become a content creator. You can make money content creating using AI, and that's it, right? Like, there's so much. If you just have to be able to tell a good story, and there's AIs that out there, you can just tell a story as, Anthony Bourdain, or you can tell a story as Donald Trump or whatever that might be.
Using like AI, kind of like the
voiceovers
and everything like that.
All because you have his enough sample of his voice that exists. You can just sample that, and you will have his voice.
You know what I'm amazed or not? Just kind of thinking, maybe it's not appropriate, but it's like, why is there not a lot of like AI pornography? Why is that not kind of being like a big explosion in that?
I'm sure there is.
I'm sure there is, but like I would have just like kind of imagined that there'd be just a way bigger.
I think it's a cultural shift of like people are not doing those things as much. I don't know, dude. Like,
the internet was pretty much invented for that. It's like
I'm wrong, dude. Like number one visited site in 2025 is like OnlyFans. So like there you go.
Yeah. These girls are making $24 million for no reason.
The Bapas.
Our competition. Little do we know that there's a.
I literally know how I knew. I went and tried to search for our own channel on TikTok from my other account. Yeah. And then I said a Bop podcast, and it came up with like the Bop House. I'm like, what the fuck is this thing?
This isn't us.
We're losing it.
Oscar, this is not what we look like.
Your dad's like, Oscar, what is this?
He keeps
Molly?
He watches every single episode. He's the number 1 fan.
Damn, sorry. Like, you gotta add me on.
He still hasn't.
Oh, that's funny.
Dude, I think we need to get a guest onto this episode. That'd be pretty nice.
Dude, we got a boy, Beto Slickety Rickety, Brillix.
Slickety Rickety.
Yeah, his was in Temecula, but well, dude, okay.
Before bullied him into
one thing is tipping culture. What are your thoughts on tipping culture?
I mean, I'm born in America. It's like it's normal to me. I don't know.
What do you think when they just do anything nowadays and they just flip the screen on you? What like?
Oh, like that part.
Yeah. Or like anything. You go get anything nowadays. There's a tip option.
I'll be honest. At first, like I used to kind of feel bad for saying no tip, but now, like when it's clearly they did nothing, it's okay.
So where do you think? So I'll shoot off like a couple of things, and you tell me if you would tip or you would not tip in those situations. Right? All right. So waiter,
tip.
Delivery person.
It's like UPS. No, I'm not gonna tip.
No, not UPS. Like your pizza delivery, food delivery.
It doesn't actually in the app, so yeah, I'm gonna say tip.
Okay. What about like grocery delivery? If you get grocery delivery,
same deal.
It's on the app. Okay. You go get a coffee.
I usually don't tip. No.
Okay. What about a beer at a bar?
I usually do tip.
Okay.
Which is kind of weird. Yeah, they probably did more to make that coffee than they did.
What about taking Uber? Do you tip your Uber drivers?
I usually, unless they do an exceptional job, no.
Okay, and then I'm thinking same for like bobas and like those other drinks. You don't tip.
Bobas, no. I used to before because I felt bad. They used to do that and they used to like stare at you in the eyes. It's like, and then you have to like kind of pretend like, oh, I'm pressing this button, but I'm actually pressing that button.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting to see. Like, yeah, I would love to know like tipping. Like, when do you tip and when do you not tip? Right? Like,
where do you tip? So back to you. So do you tip in Starbucks?
No,
you don't tip in Starbucks.
No. You know what? I recently started tipping though. So I get Domino's pizza and they have car side delivery. So basically, what that means is you just like you go up there, you tell them you're here, and they bring the pizza to your car.
That's cool.
So, like, in that, like, do I tip in that? Like, do I not tip in that? Is that, like, a tipping scenario? So, I don't know.
Like they delivered it to your car. They brought it out, at least.
So, it's a tippable thing, right? Like,
if I went inside the restaurant and I picked it up myself.
I don't tip in that.
I tip myself.
So, yeah. So, so that one I didn't used to, and I did last time. And one time I didn't get my pizza, so I was like, these guys are just fucking with me.
They just left you outside for a while.
So I said I was here and didn't come out for like 10 minutes.
You know, Pizza Hut actually has that deal where if they tip you, or maybe it's Domino's.
They give you a free pizza. If the pizza's late than 3 minutes from when I say I'm here, they give you a free pizza.
No, that's a different deal. But if you pick it up, they tip you because you're the delivery driver, technically.
I've never. Where is this? Pizza Hut?
It's like Pizza Hut or
What?
Domino's. Yeah.
I don't like Pizza Hut pizza, dude. I feel like Pizza Hut pizza is very greasy. I like Domino's. I like Papa John's. No, this is not. This is a rumor mill, dude. It wasn't Pizza Hut.
No, it's not. Okay, Domino's has a promotion called "You Tip, We Tip."
What? I order Domino's all the time.
Where they offer customers a $3 coupon for a future order. If they,
it's not cash.
If
You made
they
it seem
tipped
like
it,
cash.
well, I thought it was a cool, like, fucking, excuse my French.
You made it seem like it was like, oh, you're getting cash all
Well, that's what I thought, man. That's how they made it sound. That's false advertising on their behalf as well. You know, I just want to say.
Yeah, I think tipping culture in America is out of control. But this is what I will say though. I feel like it is also partly the credit card company's fault. I think the credit card companies realize if I can process more money through, I make more money. So instead of when you automatically put those like tip things built into your POS, they get to transact more money. Like that's all they care about. Instead of doing you can do 10% more than you would. Let's say we might not tip at Starbucks, but a lot of people do, right?
Yeah.
So that's 10% passing through their system. That's what they're thinking.
Yeah.
And they pass that off like, oh, we're trying to be good and we're trying to get people paid on tips. Like, no, you're not. You're just trying to get more money processed through your system. Yeah. That's how that works.
They take a cut. Yeah, ultimately.
Yeah, so I feel like that's the whole thing. And then they kind of just, start inputting that in every POS system.
Yeah.
So now you just, I go to Taco Bell or something and it's like, oh, do you want a tip? Oh, no, what am I? It's fast food. Like,
an interesting thing to see would be, though, it's like how much has tipping increased with those new
a lot.
I imagine
I'm sure there's a stat somewhere.
Yeah,
there's probably a huge stat. I think tipping has gone up really.
Before
really
it used to be
high,
only just like those one things, but now it's like it's almost everything. It's like you fart and you deserve a tip.
Yeah.
But
what are we at here? Oh, yeah, we call it a day here.
Yeah, I feel like we did pretty good, man. We went live for the first time. I feel like that
every
was pretty
time,
successful.
every week. This time we'll go live on TikTok. Come catch us.
Follow us Thursday evening, 7 p.m. ish. Choo choo.